Hey sixth graders, time for another backyard science lesson. All right, so we just had an awesome day. It's Thursday, October 8th, I think. Anyway, I wanted to show you something. So Chris and I have a fire pit in our backyard, and to make a fire you need wood. So we got a pretty big delivery of wood yesterday, and now you see it. Now all that wood has to be moved into our backyard where we have the fire pit. I'll show you in a sec. Gotta lock the gate so this little girl can't get out. Okay, so this is some of the wood, and this is what you end up doing with it. So when you are stacking a wood pile, which maybe you have done, maybe you've never done, maybe you never will do it, but remember that your sixth grade teacher told you when you stack wood, you need to make a really neat wood pile. So here it is, alternating directions. It's gonna be great, but that's not what I want to show you. Okay, so you know trees, right? There's some giant beauties right there. Those are conifer trees, pine trees, and I can tell that in a few ways. Number one, those trees have needles that look like this, right? Deciduous trees that are changing color right now have leaves, needles. Okay, you can tell the difference? That's not the only way you can tell what type of tree you have. Now, different species of trees have different types of leaves. Now, these are oak trees, and I know this for quite a few reasons, but number one is the shape of the leaf, and number two, all over my yard, I have, you see it? Thousands and thousands of acorns. Okay, the seeds. Pine cones are the seeds for these beauties. But that's not the only way. Each tree species also has a unique bark, and that's what I want to show you today. So from the wood pile, I've saved a few pieces for you to see, because I want you to see how the barks of different tree species are different. So I only know some, but we're going to figure out actually all of them for this lesson. Okay, what you'll notice is that some of the bark, like this one, is really smooth, right? There's not really many ridges. You can actually see there, it's not really that thick. Some of them have more texture, and some of them, like this, these are actually birch trees. They have this like papery bark. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? People used to use this as paper. So this is different birch trees. Here's another one. You can see this one's like really thin. Look who came to see what we're doing. Say hi, Millie. Hi. I think you're so cute. Okay, anyway, we're doing a lesson, Amelia. Amelia wants all the attention right now, you guys. She's like, who are you talking to? Anyway, look at this one. Has all these long ridges. This one also ridges, but they're way more short, thin, I guess more jagged. Look at this birch. Ugh. Compared to these. It's even a little bit shiny, right? Compared to these, which are matte and dull. And then look at this one. So these ones have the long ridges. This one almost has like these circular bark marks. And here's another one. Wider than this and that, right? These nice long ridges. So different tree species have different bark. Now the bark protects the tree and keeps the water in the tree. Redwood trees, which don't grow natively out here in New England, they grow out in California, Northern California. They actually have a fire resistant bark, not a fireproof bark. So it's helping some of the trees in the wildfires, but not quite enough because the fires are so strong. But anyway, look at this collection of these different tree species, right? I'm fully aware that these trees were chopped down for me to show you their different bark, but I think it's really worth it. So you're going to be reading about different trees and their barks, answering some questions, having fun. The next time you're outside, I want you to look at the trees around you and see if you can identify what type of tree it is, maybe by the bark, but by the leaf shape, and maybe it has needles and not leaves. So that's it from the backyard. Mealy, say bye. There she goes, walking off into the sunset. Have a great day, everybody. Get outside.